this really cool 964 here. We've been taking care of this car for years and years, but today came in with a bit of a problem. It's got billet heads, and the exhaust manifolds that were built for the car years ago were on OEM heads. So now, because of this reason, we have a cylinder head that's making contact with the bottom of the, with the top of the manifold. So bottom of the head, top of the manifold collide. Other side, the middle runner's a little bit too short after shrinkage and time. So we're going to repair both these problems. Take a listen. It's got a bit of a clatter. Ticking is a giant problem because that basically robs this car of horsepower. Having an exhaust leak before the turbo, you basically lose spool and you have your air fuel ratios go up crazy, so the car's tune is basically not doing what it's supposed to do. So we're going to take care of that problem today. What are we doing?
Just recording it.
Oh, I'm working on Adam's Porsche today. Adam also owns this fantastic, and he likes to make me work a lot. But anyway, this thing's got a turbocraft engine in it, which is fucking sweet. Makes a lot of power. But we're having an issue. It's got billet turbocraft heads, and the cylinder heads are mirrored. And unfortunately, being mirrored, one of the heat sinks actually touches the turbo manifold. And I don't know if it was like an oversight or whatever, but the car just got back from turbocraft and it pulled a couple exhaust studs out of the head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the exhaust manifolds off. I'm going to helicoil and fix the heads, and then I'm going to shave down this cylinder head so the manifold no longer contacts and it doesn't pull any more studs, and it doesn't have any more exhaust leaks, because it sounds broken right now. It sounds fucked up, so we're going to fix that problem.
Jacob says he's the better mechanic, John.
He probably is. I hate working on cars.
Your fucking maniacal smiles. All you gotta fucking know, you dickhead.
So on this thing is pretty cool. It's I can leave the turbos like on the car itself because they're attached to the exhaust. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically just pop gates down. Oh my god, they're all rusty on. But I'm gonna just pop this manifold down, take a peek at what's going on, and shave this. I'm gonna shave the cylinder head and then check clearance, because this car it's got billet heads and it had OEM gaskets on here, and the OEM gasket was like 20% too small for the cylinder head, so it already blew them out before. And what I ended up doing is I ended up cutting some gaskets out of some copper, and then I put a fire ring. I actually 3D printed a jig to be able to squish the copper down and imprint a fire ring into the gasket. So this did seal for quite a while, and I somehow didn't notice that, and I guess Turbocraft didn't notice it either. But we'll get that squared away where it won't do this anymore, and he'll be able to drive this. He's got 15,000 miles on this build already, which is absolutely insane for a year and a half, and being a Porsche. So it's done pretty good. I think once we get this little issue resolved, it should be totally fine and be able to put some real mileage on it and enjoy it. Oh god, this fits terrible now. So with the factory Porsche, it pops in and out pretty easy. With these billet heads, it's a little tighter. But you know what they say, if it ain't tight, it ain't right.
Yeah, I'm not laughing.
Huh?
I'm not laughing on that one, bro. Stupid, man. And her being a goon.
Oh! We got some problems.
What's the problem?
So we have a massive leak here. We're hitting the head right here. This is where it's all worn down. Alrighty, well.
Are you gonna take the other side down too, or just this side?
I'm gonna pull both sides.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's go get lunch now.
So John made these. These are what he was talking about earlier.
These are the copper gaskets. They have a firing pressed in, but we still have a leak. And it's been at least a year since we put these kind of gaskets on, so they don't look like they've gone bad. But this one does have a leak on it, so I'm not sure what's going on. I'm gonna probably press in a new firing and see what the deal is. But I might also weld firings onto the actual manifold's surface of the flange, where we have a ring that protrudes out to really squish down. You can see that one's leaking. This might not even be true anymore after this thing has been apart a lot. But you can also see where the cylinder head is actually like bashing into the manifold quite a bit. So that's probably another big problem. And it looks like it's actually happening with the cylinder more than the others. So this whole heatsink right here is hitting.
Sorry, were you doing the runner drum?
So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna cheat this down away from the head a little bit by jogging it with like 60 degrees worth of cut. So it'll come down like 20 degrees and then straighten out. That way when it goes underneath the head, it'll be underneath the heatsink and we don't have to worry about trimming it down and taking away the ability for the engine to cool. Will my ear cool with my Porsche real fucked up?
Stupid. Quit being a Grinch.
Are we in the trails, I think?
So what's the itchy?
Oh yeah! Well, right here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this bitch back on here. I'm gonna get this all kind of built out. I'm gonna make sure that I don't go any lower than these because these runners are basically like absolute limit of low. Now you can see over here I got plenty of space. I don't know if you can see that on camera.
You can.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, so it's got plenty of space to get away from the heat sinks and away from the valve cover because the other runner is physically touching all this stuff right here, which in turn will cause exhaust leaks. It'll cause vibrational problems. It'll cause leaks from the oil. It'll burn all the O-rings on the valve cover and shit. So this right here is like pretty much the best way to get around all this stuff. And again, this turbo kit has been built since like 2010 or 2011. I think 2011. I used to work at AR Design, BMW shop that pretty much is like the company that started like downpipes and stuff like that for 335s and whatnot. But we were also a fab shop, a local fab shop. So we built this kit, we did the exhaust, and this car has gone through like 3 or 4 different engines. A lot of different renditions of this car has been kind of, you know, how it's gone through. And now we finally have a good engine, a good turbo setup that works well. But now the manifolds don't fit this new billet head, so this should take care of the problem. And this thing should probably be pretty solid after this. I think everything else works now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop a 90 down, kick it into this guy, and we'll be good to go. I think I could probably scavenge most of the parts I cut off of that other runner anyway. And I gotta make a fucking heatsink. I forgot about that, which is like worst case scenario, because what I have to do is I have to ensure that none of these runners change. This is the main problem with this is the middle runner on both of these manifolds shrunk like 1/8 of an inch. So between parts hitting the cylinder head and the manifold shrinking, we had exhaust leaks, and this has been like a problem that this car's been plagued by for quite a while. So once I get all these like resolved, everything will be cool. So you can see how deep the head is cut into this already. So I'm actually kind of surprised this manifold didn't break. I guess whoever built it did a pretty good job.
Wasn't you.
His old man John.
Old John?
Yeah, old man John did it.
Wow.
Wild, huh?
Yeah, I could tell by the little ass weld.
Yeah, all of his manifolds were wild because he ran a root pass and then a weld pass over.
Damn.
That seems like a lot of work.
It's, yeah, double the work. But that was before there was like good cups and stuff, so.
What are you doing on this one, Diego?
I'm repositioning the flange.
You gotta drop this one like the other side, like John did, or no?
No. Nah, that side was hitting the head right here.
Okay.
Like the flange,
flange
the
is
runner dropped too low, so the flange needs to be spaced. Roy, you could have done it.
What?
Swept. But instead, you want to go ride bikes. My 13-year-old fabricator. My 11-year-old fabricator.
Broke it. What's wrong, Diego?
Pulled the threads. Here. Put that up your butt. That's what I saw.
Dude, it'd be hell embarrassing having country music on a YouTube video. All right, anyway, so we got the runner all made. So you can see now it lowers it quite a bit. Keeps it away from the cylinder head. Gives us some space. It's a little long right now, but I did that intentionally so when I get these weld joints all finished up, it'll shrink and it'll be a perfect fit. And then from here, we'll tack the flange on. Once the flange is tacked to this, I'll go and make the heat sink so I can bolt all these down and everything stays straight and flat. And there's no more exhaust leaks. You hold here first. So that's pretty damn close. I give myself a little extra room. So I'm gonna be able to grind the face off of this just a bit because it changed shape a little bit after welding it. So what I'll do is I'll be able to take a little bit of this landing down. It'll butt right up and we'll be ready to tack weld it and final weld it.
What are you doing right now, buddy?
I'm soldering.
You're soldering.
Rips.
I know it's good, huh?
Yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed.
So why are you making a jig for this, John?
So I'm making a heat sink for this because I want these runners to stay nice and straight when I put some heat to them. Because when I put heat to them, they're gonna 100% get crazy on me and they're gonna start to pull. And I need them absolutely straight and flat because this header already is kind of a difficult install. The runners are not exactly perfectly straight like they should have been. So when this was done, 100 years ago, nobody was really making heat sinks out of aluminum or anything like that. That was like when header design and everything was still relatively new. So doing it right was like back purging, and that's it. Now we heat sink everything and back purge and all this other stuff, but I have to make it so all 6 bolts line up and match properly, and then I'll bolt it down. That way now I know how everything fits, and when I take it off of this, it'll go back on the Porsche without a problem.
Cool.
Why are you judging what I'm doing?
Bro, cause you judge me all the fucking time. Your dog left.
Whoa! Okay. be able to get everything to fit up proper. And then we'll start it and see how much noise it makes. No, please don't say that, Chris, please. we might need a blue Loctite going in too.
I think if it makes noise again, I need to see manifolds.
No, if it makes noise, it means it's head noise.
John, I never heard no head sound like that.
No comment.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Collection.
You just have these soapy water spray bottles?